Good morning, Salem High. I'm Ethan, and today is Friday, January 15th, 2021. This week's quote of the week is Do what you can with all you have, wherever you are. This week on the Salem High News, we have an interview with the school psychologist, since not a lot of people know about such a position. But first, we have a few announcements. Semester 2 is about to start, so schedules are changing left, right, and center. If you want to make a change to the schedule, you have exactly 1 week left to do so. If there's a blank in your schedule, contact your guidance counselor to resolve that situation. As of right now, Salem High will be continuing their saliva-based COVID testing. More details will follow as it develops. Finally, no classes will be held on Monday, January 18th due to the Martin Luther King weekend. As you probably know already, if you need any help in any way here at SHS, there's no shortage of options to choose from. Guidance and adjustment counselors, the teen health center, even just going to dayback or office hours for academic support. But not a lot of people turn to our school psychologist, Mrs. Michelle Heller-Leo, for assistance. Why is that, you may ask? Well, let's head over to her right now to find out. Good morning, Salem High. Right now, I'm here with Mrs. Heller-Leo, our school psychologist. Glad to have you with us.
Thank you for having me, Ethan. It's nice to be here.
Yeah. Okay, so my first question, for those who are curious, what does a school psychologist do?
So it's a great question. I help students and staff and family members with children who are struggling with school, whether it's socially, emotionally, or academically.
Okay, and how has it changed since COVID came along?
So my job primarily focuses on evaluations. So typically evaluations are done in person, but because of COVID and social distancing, we're doing a lot of evaluations in a remote manner. So similar to our interactions today, normally you would be standing beside me, but since I'm working remotely from home today, we're able to do this via Zoom. And I've noticed it's been a great opportunity to be able to observe a lot of things with students that I wouldn't always see in my office at Salem High School.
Okay, can you follow up on learning things on Zoom that we might not otherwise be learning in person?
Absolutely. So, with my job, I like to think of myself as almost a coach. I like to strategize and figure out how to help students be successful in the school setting and more so in life in general. So, I help those students and I help staff, teachers, paras, administrators, and families also figure out what do those students need. So, when I'm working with a student via Zoom, I'm able to see, do they need help with organization? Are they able to email me back and respond? If it's been difficult for them to attend school, what are some of the things that have been difficult? So I like to say when I'm emailing a student, I'm able to start to bridge a gap with them. I'm able to invite them into a new environment and see how they respond. And as an unfamiliar adult, I get to see a lot with that because they don't know me from being in the building or being in a Zoom class on a regular basis.
Okay, all right. So, what made you want to be a psychologist, and have you always been a school psychologist primarily?
So, my parents had raised me that I wanted to help people and make the world a better place, which I know sounds super cheesy. Um,
Not to me, it doesn't.
Well, thank you. Good. That's why we get along. In college, I was an athlete. So I was a D1 rower and I was splashing around on the water, and I was an art major and I was trying to figure out how I could combine everything. And I think working in a school, you have an incredible opportunity to work with such a variety of people. You can, coach if you'd like. You can get to school early and work with students so that they're prepared for the day. You can stay at school late and be able to process things with students. And I noticed that being athletic in the past, that I liked that kind of strategy. I liked being able to analyze situations and being able to improve my body, my mind, and spirit, so to speak, when you're athletic. And I think that school psychology allows you to work with students and allows you to take a holistic approach to see how everything can get better or be improved and supported.
All right, so and now there are probably a bunch of students that are watching this right now who have asked themselves if they would benefit from talking to you, but they did not make the move. So how should they think about whether talking to a psychologist is the right thing for them?
So at Salem High School or in the Salem Public School District, we're really fortunate to have lots of people to speak with. We don't just have a school, we only have one school psychologist for every 1 to 2 schools. However, we have at least one school adjustment counselor per school. And at Salem High School, we have one school adjustment counselor per grade level. I often work with school adjustment counselors to support them when working with a student who has a 504 or an IEP. So those are students who might need a little extra support or a little bit of strategic support. So students who need someone to talk to would typically work with their school adjustment counselor. For freshmen, our school adjustment counselor would be Meredith Flanagan. For sophomores, our school adjustment counselor is June Kershaw. For juniors, our school adjustment counselor is Kim Ellis. And for seniors, our school adjustment counselor is Lily Vasquez. So those are our primary school adjustment counselors per grade level. We also have college and career readiness counselors. So we have a lot of school support members for students who might be struggling or feeling uncertain or just needing to touch base. But students should have built rapport, and teachers have been incredibly supportive throughout this pandemic to be working with students, knowing their students, and engaging in conversations with their students on a daily basis.
Oh, correct me if I'm wrong, but what you're saying is that you basically work most well with students with special needs like myself over here.
So that would be correct. My primary responsibilities are evaluations and lots of meetings. So I'm typically working with students who have a 504 or an IEP.
All right, so of course I have one more question for you here. And of course for those of you who are watching this right now, you probably expected this by now. Is there anything else that you would like to tell us before we head out?
I always like to remind people that mental health is the same as physical health, and it's important to get the help you need. If you have any questions or concerns, there's so many trusted people who can help you and support you, and you just need to reach out to them. Myself and a few of the school adjustment counselors went to get trained in a youth mental health first aid program, because we really do feel that mental health and physical health are the same, and they need the same level of support, acknowledgement, and treatment. So if you're feeling uncertain or feeling a little sad or anxious or scared, make sure you reach out to people, because there are so many people who truly care about you.
All right. Well, thank you once again for joining us, Mrs. Heller, Leo, and now let's head back to the studio. That's all we have for you today, Salem High. This has been the Salem High News, brought to you by the students of digital media. Take care, stay safe, get educated, stay classy, and we will see you next Friday. Oh my goodness, one take wonder again. I can't even believe it myself.